Hey everyone, do you like games? Do you like games where you look through the character's eyes? Do you like games where you shoot bad guys until they die? Well good, then you'll like Serious Man 3. Serious Man 3 is a game where you shoot bad guys until they die. You play as Duke Nukem, who is told when the terrorists invade Iraq again to get rid of the bad terrorists who brought the bad demons from Doom into the wrong game. Serious Man 3 is published by Revolver Digital, which is run by a guy named Fort Parker, which is kind of a weird name, but I guess they call him that because by the looks of it, he likes to eat. That joke is kinda not cool, but he seems to have a good sense of humor about it, so I guess it's okay. This game runs on Windows, Mac OS, which you shouldn't use, and Linux, which you really shouldn't use, because when I installed it on my computer, it got rid of Windows and now I can't play my games. I tried installing Windows again, but then my screen was all bad and it wouldn't let me play my games because it said something about not having the video drivers, which is kind of weird because I can still watch videos anyway, so stay away from Linux. But luckily, it also runs on the X Nintendo Box 420. Just take out your disc, and put it in. I guess that works. And play it. One of the first things you will notice is that Duke Nukem doesn't have to wear the tan camo like the other soldiers. Instead, he wears a t-shirt with that smiley face like from the 90s, like in the movie Forrest Gumbo, like in that one scene where he's running and the guy gives him a t-shirt and he wipes his face with the t-shirt and it makes a smiley face. If you don't know what I'm talking about, turn on the TV. It'll be on at least one of the channels. I guess you have to be a 90s kid to remember this. Serious Man 3 is very realistic. You can tell because the graphics look real and not cartoony like Team Fortress, which isn't real because it looks like a cartoon. Another thing that you can aim down the sights, and when you run out of bullets, you have to reload, unlike in the previous games, Serious Man and Serious Man 2: The Second Encounter, which is kinda lame because real loading is realistic. Get it? Because you have to reload guns in real life too. This game is pretty good. You get to run around and shoot bad guys until they die, which is good game mechanics because like Killing Floor 4. But when you move onto new environments, like the desert and tombs and more desert, you get the picture. Eventually, when you play it long enough, you win the game. Look, I already won. See? There's the credits, like this guy who, I can't read it. It must be in Farsi, because this game is made in Croatia, which is a country in the Middle East, which is part of Africa. Bet you didn't know that the Middle East is part of Africa, which is this is educational. Another cool thing is that you can carry a lot of guns. Most games let you only carry 2 guns, but Serious Man 3 lets you carry like that many guns. One of the guns you get is called the little gun, but watch out because when you get it, a bunch of bad guys appear, but then you get to test it out the little gun. It's almost as if they planned it that way. Speaking of bad guys, there are a lot of weird bad guys from Doom, and not just terrorists. One is the winged lady, who's kinda naked. One guy made a mod for it so that it's supposed to cover the bad parts, but it doesn't work because it only covers the face and not the boobies. Speaking of vulgarity, Serious Man, Duke Nukem, likes to use the F word a lot, which is pretty cool, but turn the sound down, because if your mom hears it, she will lecture you about how it's unchristian filth and make you go to church on Sundays instead of playing video games all day. Anyway, I guess it's that time for the final verdict. I give Serious Man 3 8 Doritos and Mountain Dews out of 10 for good graphics and different ways to shoot bad guys until they died. But I also give this 2 Sprite Zeros for not having multiplayer. But overall, I'd say this Serious Main 3 is a good game that you will probably play until the next one comes out, or you buy something else that's not on sale.